Live from News 9 WAOW, this is News 9 at 6.
A statewide call to action to protect those living in nursing homes.
These are our family members, our loved ones.
Why AARP Wisconsin is speaking up.
Bitter cold air is moving into the area tonight. Find out how much colder it's going to get in the upcoming forecast right here.
And your daily medications could be having a chilling impact during these cold stretches in the winter. What it means for you.
News 9 WAOW, we've got you covered.
New at 6, a call to action from the AARP Wisconsin. Thanks for joining us. I'm Melissa Langben.
And I'm Brad Hanson. The organization asking nursing home residents and staff to get vaccinated and boosted. That's because officials say they're seeing a rapid spread of the virus in Badger State nursing homes with more than 2,000 cases for the 2 weeks ending January 16th. That matches the peak seen back in December of 2020.
Now, AARP officials are urging those living in the homes and staff caring for them to get their vaccine boosters, saying they ought to have the greatest amount of protection possible.
This is a pool of people that are at high risks. We have them together. We have the capacity and the staff to take care of this problem.
The AARP's COVID dashboard shows about 58% of people living in nursing homes have a booster, while 22% of the staff are boosted.
She also says boosting is imperative so the older population gets the best care possible.
It's very important that we not treat older people as throwaways and that they're just statistics. These are our family members, our loved ones. These are people who've contributed to society, our former teachers and doctors. So let's get them boosted and vaccinated and keep them safe.
They also say that if you have a loved one in a nursing home, give them a call every once in a while to let them know you're thinking of them. Well, tonight, Merrill, friends and family of the Merrill woman killed last week remembering their lost loved one.
News 9's Brittany Slaughter is joining us there live, and she has a look at what is being done. Brittany.
Yeah, guys, I'm live here in Merrill, just down the street from where Kayla Frank was killed, and her friends and family are saying that she was kind and supportive, but most of all caring.
And like every holiday or birthday or any time that somebody was upset, she would reach out just to like let you know that she cares about you. And
friends and family taking to social media to say goodbye. They say she brought the group together and was easy to make up with after an argument. Friends making stickers and bracelets to help Kayla's family with the funeral costs. And Kayla does leave behind 3 children. You can find information on how to support her family on our website at WAOW.com. Live in Merrill, Brittany Slaughter, News 9 WAOW.
Thanks, Brittany. The man charged in Kayla Frank's death is being held on a $25,000 bond. 27-year-old Tanner Grapp is facing 2 felony charges, including homicide by negligent handling of a dangerous weapon.
And we are learning a 33-year-old woman died in a crash in Marathon County over the weekend. Authorities say it happened on Town Line Road and South 25th Street in Wausau just before 7 Saturday night. They say that a truck towing a trailer apparently hit Ashley Henley. Police are still investigating what led up to that, but they say it is in an unlit section of that road.
And a person was reportedly hit by a car Sunday night in Marshfield. Police say the 50-year-old man driving the vehicle was arrested for OWI causing injury. The pedestrian was taken to the hospital and is still recovering from their injuries.
Jackson, you can already feel it. That cold air is starting to push in. It's kind of nasty out there.
Yeah, it seems like the past couple of weeks we've gone super cold and then it gets a little bit better and then super cold again. And that's going to be the case where temperatures are set to drop once again. They'll rebound a little bit later in the week and then they drop, and then towards the weekend actually gets a little bit nicer. So let's take a look at what we have right now. A wind chill advisory is set for tonight into tomorrow morning. That's widespread across the area. We could have wind chills as low as -20 to -30 degrees. So very cold out there. You want your hats, your gloves, your warmest coat as you're out and about. And as we take a look forward, we do see some cold temperatures already right now. So current temperature is still in the teens in some spots. We have a cloud layer here in central Wisconsin, but in the Northwoods where they've dropped that cloud layer, 6 degrees in Ironwood, 5 in Rhinelander, You can see those teens aren't going to last much longer. The current wind chill has winds from the northwest, and that's bringing our temperatures to feel like -7 in Rhinelander, 1 degree in Wausau. Already fairly chilly here at Wisconsin Rapids, -6 degrees. So here's the satellite and radar picture. As we mentioned, a cloud layer is moving through central Wisconsin, but the Northwoods has already cleared out. We will see clear skies tonight, and we'll also see plenty of clear skies for the next couple of days. So sunshine moving forward, but also very cold and clear nights. As far as what we're tracking, clear and cold temperatures moving forward, more snow and warmer temperatures by Thursday. A milder weekend as well. We've got that full update coming up in just a bit.
Thanks, Jackson. Vice President Kamala Harris making a stop in the Badger State today.
The visit focusing on infrastructure investment plans. News 9's Rashad Williams is live in the newsroom with more. Rashad?
Well, Vice President Kamala Harris is focusing on lead removal and updating water lines in Milwaukee. Now, the efforts come as part of President Joe Biden's $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill. Vice President Harris says $48 million will be dedicated to the Badger State this year for lead pipes. Milwaukee has been faced with lead contamination in its water for decades, and the VP stating it's critically important to remove those pipes, not just there, but across the nation. And while the focus was on Milwaukee, it could even benefit people right here in our area.
There are up to 10 million households in America and 400,000 schools and child care facilities that have lead. In Wisconsin, as has been said, lead service lines, it is estimated, are in at least 170,000 homes, schools, and businesses.
Going on to say these investments will improve public health, address the needs of children, create more jobs, as well as apprenticeship programs. And VP Harris says the goal is to get all lead pipes removed in 10 years nationwide, going on to say, quote, "This is long overdue, but it's the right thing to do," end quote. Brad, Melissa, back to you.
Thank you, Rashad. New at 6, the Wausau Police Department is celebrating a 15-year partnership they say is helping kids safe online.
It's part of the state's Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, or ICAC, offering training for both police and schools, as well as a tip network linked to a national database. Wausau police say that they get about 25 tips each year, leading to about 15 arrests for online crimes against children, and that the partnership has been tremendously helpful.
And so it's important that we partner in ways with the state, local, and county agencies to try to deal with these type of crimes as efficiently and effectively as we possibly can.
They say their partnership has helped them greatly protect Wisconsin's children.
In the bitter cold, your core body temperature is at risk of lowering, and your medication could play a part. Pharmacists say some can affect how your body regulates its temperature, including for blood pressure or beta blockers. ADHD meds or other stimulants can make you feel hotter as they rev your metabolism.
And anxiety or depression prescriptions can also lower your temperature. However, experts say that every body is different.
If you're older, you have some circulation problems, those would be the big ones. Medications, I would think I would be most careful about certain blood pressure medications, particularly something called beta blockers, as well as thyroid medications would be probably the most commonly related to temperature regulation issues.
Not just medicines, but also medical conditions. Those with too high or too low of thyroid levels can be at risk. And the older we get, the more susceptible we do become to hypothermia. Right now, there are hundreds of kids and families struggling to get basic things every day.
In an effort to change that, News 9 is proud to be partnering with school districts by hosting a hygiene drive. When parents need to pay bills and buy food, things like deodorant and soap can be low on their priority lists, and kids therefore might go without them. Heather Skutak, principal of Kate Goodrich Elementary School in Merrill, says their poverty level is 55 to 60%. She says they've held several drives in the past, but now they want to help students in a way that most people don't think about.
For both boys and girls, hygiene is about more than just health and well-being.
I started reaching out to the staff to say, like, what could our kids really use? Things that we are looking for with the hygiene drive are things such as chapstick or like disposable cleansing cloths.
And she says when kids are taken care of, it can have a positive impact on their performance. And without those personal care items, it could lead to embarrassment and even missing classes. Other notable basic needs include hand sanitizers, hairbrushes, and hair ties, just to name a few of those things.
So here's how you can help. From Monday, January 31st through Friday, February 4th, you can drop off hygiene products at one of the 3 locations on your screen. That's Lincoln County Cycles in Tomahawk Sports Center, and Pine Ridge Convenience Stores in Merrill. UW Stevens Point students are returning to campus. Why? It's sticking to its own COVID guidelines despite changes at the CDC.
And a new project aims to bring sweet success to the state's maple syrup industry. That's when your News at 6 returns. Wisconsin is one of the nation's leading producers of maple syrup, and while syrup season doesn't start for a few more months, there's a lot of untapped potential growing in the Badger State just outside.
News 9's Natalie Sapila shows us how UW and local growers are teaming up to keep the syrup flowing.
We've been here making maple syrup since 1889.
Maple Hollow owner Joe Pollock is the 3rd generation to run the family business, and he's seen a lot during his time.
At that time, we were still tapping 6,200 buckets. We converted that to tubing, replaced the tubing a few times since, and have grown that part of the business dramatically since.
In addition to making maple syrup, Maple Hollow also sells equipment for people looking to learn how to do it themselves. And while Pollock says doing it as a hobby is fairly easy, making a business out of it is a bit trickier.
Well, the first thing is to have enough maple trees to make it profitable, and it's not an easy step.
UW project manager Jeremy Solon is hoping to remove some of those obstacles.
People knowing kind of what's available to them and what the best fit is for their operation is part of a barrier as well.
With a grant of over $470,000 from the USDA, Solon and UW-Madison are hoping to connect new and existing producers with resources.
The first one is to identify what the needs are of maple syrup producers and then develop programs to help address those.
Wisconsin is currently 4th in the country in terms of maple syrup production. 300,000 gallons of maple syrup were produced last year, worth around $9 million. But Solon says there's potential to grow even more.
The demand for maple syrup across the country and across the world continues to grow, so we really see a lot of potential for Wisconsin to increase its production and for more people to get involved.
Reporting in Merrill, I'm Natalie Sapila, News 9 WAOW.
The project is looking for feedback on what the biggest needs are for maple syrup producers. If you're interested in getting involved, you can visit our website, WAOW.com.